Hey everybody, I'm Sarah and I'm a chronically ill and disabled person who works full-time, and I come on here nearly every day to post videos to share my stories and my resources and my experiences with you all in hopes that it'll help others like me. So if you follow me or have been following along with my videos, you know I have a couple of autoimmune diseases. The one that gives me the most amount of trouble is called rheumatoid arthritis. So kind of want to talk a little bit about something I've been noticing lately, or maybe not noticing, but maybe just have put two and two together. And this might help you if you're going through what I went through. So I'm beginning to realize and or believe that I think that I think, I'm not sure. I don't think it's like a proven anything about it, but just what I think. I think that for me, my emotions are heavily tied in with my autoimmune diseases. And I'm saying that to say that about, well, it was actually 2 years ago, August 6th, 2 years ago, I had the honor of walking my mother out of this life. So I was actually with her at 3 in the morning when she passed away, and I was holding her hand, and I was there, saw her take her last breath. Prior to my mom passing away, I had already been diagnosed with a lot of different health issues. I have other health issues besides just the autoimmune diseases. But the autoimmune disease was just now being discovered for me. Hadn't had that diagnosis very long and really wasn't giving me a terrible amount of problems. So my mom passed away, and I got through that and even got through the first year of her being gone, until I actually it was really a year after she passed away, and then a couple of weeks later, that is when I finally let it go and allowed myself to start grieving the loss of my mom and processing that very traumatic event of seeing her pass away right in front of me. She was a young lady. She was only 70, so I mean, not young, but that's pretty young to pass away. And my mom was an earth angel. She was a wonderful person. She had a very short life, only passed away when she was 70, but I feel like she lived about 3 lifetimes in that life that she was given. She was type 1 diabetic, so she knew she didn't have a lot of time. Anyway, after she passed away, I went through that first year. I was okay. And then a year and a couple weeks later, that's when I started processing everything, the grief and the emotions and all the traumatic things that you go through when you see someone pass away right before your eyes. And that's when my autoimmune diseases really started ramping up and giving me the most amount of problems. That's when that happened. So I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying for me, and maybe for you, I feel like emotions are tied into our autoimmune diseases. I feel like me going through that and finally processing it is when all the symptoms started getting worse for me. So I've been processing it now for almost a year. I'm still kind of in the depths of it. So I'm hoping that the more I process it and the more I kind of put it behind me, I could never put her behind me ever. But putting the emotions of what I experienced and watching her, what she went through that last little bit of her life, the further I get away from that, I'm hoping that my symptoms will improve. I'm not saying don't do what your doctor says. I'm not saying don't take your supplements and your vitamins and your medications. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying for me and maybe for you, I think emotions are tied in pretty deep for me and my autoimmune disease. So I hope that helps someone. I hope whoever needs to hear that message, I hope that you do hear it, and that helps you to understand a little bit about what you're going through if that's something that you're going through. I still encourage you to do what your doctor says. Take your vitamins, take your supplements, do your anti-inflammatory diet if that's what your doctor says. Do all the things. And just know as you're processing grief or any other kind of hard, heavy emotion, it's probably gonna get worse before it gets better, because I feel like I've gotten worse. I feel like I'm right there at possibly getting better though, because I've going through this now for a while, and I really feel like I will start to get better as I process more and get through this more. So anyway, I hope that helps somebody. I love all you autoimmune besties that I have on here. I hope you have a great day. If you didn't, we're not beating ourselves up over it. We're just going to continue swimming. We're going to keep swimming like Dory says. Anyway, we will talk soon. Goodbye.